Alrighty, we are back. Let's see who we got next here. We got
Hacker and Ducks.
Alright, so we have Hacker and Ducks next here. Ducks. D-U-C-K-S. We will have to see how this goes. I have not seen either of these particular ones in action. So is Hacker truly hacking the game? We will have to find out. No, I'm kidding. I am excited to see how this plays out, though. So we have King Dedede versus Lucina. I think this is a pretty uneven matchup that mostly goes in the favor of Lucina. Especially since Dedede is such a heavy character in general, who just does not have a lot of potential to counter Lucina. Although I don't really see a lot of Lucina players, so I can't say for sure that this would be in Lucina's favor, but that's mostly my guess. You see that Hacker decided to go for the strategy there where he wanted to inhale and then expel the Gordo, but he did not. And he's not very much employing that strategy. Very much. He gets the side B hit off there. And is he going to get another one? He is not. Gets the first stock off of Ducks. Ducks isn't exactly sure how he wants to go about doing this. I think he's giving himself too much time to think, and it's kind of... He deflects the Gordo and manages to make the recovery. I don't think Ducks has a very clear idea of how he wants to play Lucina. And as far as I've seen, Ducks is in no way, shape, or form a Lucina player. He does manage to get the stock off of Hacker though. Also making the good play with Hacker in general is just, he manages to get the dash attack off and takes that next stock off of Ducks. I think Ducks is still trying to figure out what he wants to do here. And because he's giving himself too much time to think, he is not exactly playing at his best right now. Plus, Dedede in general is just a tough character to match up with. He does manage to get that stock off though, so now this is even again. I think Ducks is finally he's found his footing. And I think he has a clear idea of what he wants to do now. It will mostly depend on how he wants to counteract the strategy that this Dedede has been putting, because he's essentially, Hacker's just been making the same plays the entire game. He has been going with the side B, doing some mixed attacks from Dedede from both the ground and the air. goes for the he goes for down tilt there a little bit. That actually almost breaks shield. If that had broken the shield, it would have been it for Hacker. But I do think Dux has finally found his footing, and he manages to get the front smash off. For the game where he did not have a huge lead, he managed to pull it off and found his footing just in time to combat Hacker's DDD. So that is 1-0 for Dux so far. We will have to see how this next match plays out. Let's see what they decide to do next. They are going to pick Battlefield instead of Pokemon Stadium 2, I think? Yeah. We'll have to see what Hacker and Dux decide to do next. Dux decides that he's going to go Bowser this time, so we'll have to see what character Hacker decides he wants to pick. He's going to go DD again, so this is going to be a battle of the heavies. Bowser in general, I think, is still mostly disadvantaged against... DDD, so it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. He does manage to get that neutral B off, which does 30 damage if you holding it for long enough, absolutely. And he manages to also beat back the Gordo from the side B. Forward airs the Gordo again so that Hacker can inhale and then expel it, as most DDD players typically do. And Dux is really just... He's putting in the finest of work right now as this Bowser, because he knows in general that he's going to have a tougher time against DDD. Using the neutral B again, he kind of just stood there for a moment, didn't really enact on anything, and enabled D to hit him with the Hacker to hit him with the side B. Hits the back air and manages to get that first stock off. Dux, I think, has a general idea of what he wants to do now, especially since he realized that Lucina, even though he managed to win, it didn't really work out too well for him. Goes for the grab and then down throw. Hacker tries to inhale him, but it manages to not work as he expels the fire. I'm seeing a lot of neutral B from Hax. He forward airs the Gordo from the side B again, and manages to not get retrosticked for it. I don't know what that word was. Manages to get that Hacker gets that next stock off of Dux. Now as a side B, is that going to be it? No, it is not. DDD is a very heavy character. He is doing some offstage stuff right now. Gets the ledge trump on Hacker. Hacker manages to make it back. He gets the shield break. Whoa! And he manages to get right out of the shield break as fast as it happened. Hacker is really hanging on by a thread here. He's trying to do everything he can to get that percentage lead back up, because he's in a very disadvantageous position right now. If Dux manages to get one hit off of him, it'll be very devastating. And he does. He gets the forward air, gets the next stock off of Hacker. Dux, I think, has figured out his character. He goes in for the up throw into the neutral air, an excellent combo starter. Goes for the up air with the invincibility frames on the first set. Goes for the F tilt. He is getting a little bit risky now, going for some offstage stuff. Manages to get the off in it, and Hacker fails to recover, so that is a 2-0 set for Dux. I saw he kind of had some rough footing at first, but I think he